Throughout the film industry, things have changed since the 17th century. First ever started off with the first ever photographer with his first ever photograph, where he made the glass plate technique. This was a slow process which took over 8 hours to expose. We have many more artists who have invented and created ways to expose film and make them. Another well-known and famous artist who made movement within films was Edward Muybridge. He wanted to show that each moving image would be able to come together to make one moving image. He used over 50 photos, and this took a long period of time to be able to merge all the images together. Edward Muybridge knew how to bring more than one photograph together to be able to move in sequence. Another main two artists who used lots of different shots to compose film. At this time, this was sped up, which meant that technology was getting faster. They reused images more than once to show the positioning and changing in image or the scene that is being created. The Lumiere brothers used captivating short 30-second shots which are more intriguing and make you want to instantly see it again. The next main artist in film is Lev Kuleshov. He's used images to produce emotion, and the way they create and show how you can have a simple straight image and then the next image would show an emotion of someone's feelings, so the image is contrasting with each other. There are many more artists who thought of ways and techniques that we are able to use in films. Which had a reputation for his photography which grew in the 1800s. He used over 50 photos where he composed the running horse. This was very spectacular as he wanted to show that all 4 feet of the horse were able to touch the floor when just using images. Muybridge started experimenting with 12 cameras. This is when he began to start the running horse. He felt within himself that this wanted to be perfected, but between the 1878 and 1884 he started to perfect the running horse until he had it perfectly right. Edward Muybridge went to university in Pennsylvania between 1883 and 1886, where he produced many photographs of humans and animals in motion. The Lumiere brothers both worked in partnership with each other, but both had ideas for themselves where they came together and made one idea. Through their filming days, they always seemed to use short 30-second sequences, which was meant to grasp the audience's attention. This would make you instantly want to watch it again. By early 1895, they both had invented their own device combining camera and printer and project. This is a fast movement, so every movement you have to watch instantly and carefully as they use the speed of 60 frames per second. There were many more artists who created and invented techniques. For example, you had D.W. Griffith, who created the grammar. He was the first ever artist who used close-ups and capture every moment of the face. There were many more captivating techniques which were created throughout the years.
How much money have we got?
I don't know, £10. That's all.
Just a tenner. Okay. Right then, let's forget about Maria.
You know how certain circles would find it, the knowledge, a threat. They'd try to limit it. And
would you like to come in? Sit down. Maybe have a drink.
sometimes knowledge is a curse, Ed.
Rock sells for 20 million a kilo. Their village happens to be resting on the richest deposit, and they need to relocate. Those savages are threatening our whole operation. We're on the brink of war, and you're supposed to be finding a diplomatic solution.
The concept is to drive these remotely controlled bodies called avatars. They're grown from human DNA mixed with DNA of the natives.
Marine in an avatar body. That's a potent mix.
You get me what I...
The digital age of editing is now a modern way of showing how films are made and how quickly we're able to produce a film and what kind of editing techniques we are able to use. For example, we have the effect of 3D, which makes the film more grasping to the eye. This focus of the film is brought straight to your eye. We then have Jack Cameron, who directed the film Avatar, to use lots of technology to be able to produce this film. This film took over 10 years to make. In the early 2000s, the film Harry Potter was produced. Nowadays, we have various software which allows us to edit films and create films. This is quicker and faster and allows us to publish the films in theatres quick.
There is a place like no place on Earth. Some say to survive it, you need to be as mad as a hatter. Which luckily, I am. Alice, it's you. You're back. Alice!
Alice!
The Alice? You're absolutely Alice. I'd know you anywhere. You're all late for tea!